I wanted to talk today about the challenge and the trap of feeling like you always have to win in life. We live in a society where we see everyone's results, everyone's successes and victories on social media. It's what people enjoy talking about in friendship circles, particularly with guys. And we build up the idea that results are the most significant thing. And as a result, we spend a lot of our lives going towards results, trying to get them, trying to get goals, whether that's money, whether it's dating, whether it's our physique. We spend a lot of time as a result, maybe chasing some shortcuts to get to the end faster, to get that outcome. And I had an interesting moment in my life recently where I had two things go really well. I got a good result on a YouTube video, which I was excited about. I was buzzing about that. And I also had a flow of leads for my business, got really busy. And I'd been building towards those things for a long time. The problem with that was I actually based a lot of my identity and my sense of worth in that moment on those events. I got really, really high when I got those results. The thing is, though, when we get very high in one moment and we base our worth on this, we can also get very low when we don't get the results. And that was my experience. When I spent this few weeks of my life focusing on the outcome, focusing on that result, and less emphasis on the process that was needed to get there, it meant the week after, I felt so flat. I felt in a really low mood, so bored with everything. And I think that's a direct outcome of this lifestyle that many of us are taught and led to believe is what we want to chase. The lifestyle of getting results, of performing, of external success. And then we put so much more energy into just getting back to this high we experienced before. And I think that's where a lot of us waste a lot of our energy. And we're on this constant treadmill for more and more, and really just to recreate the feelings we used to have. What I've been doing more recently is trying to bring my energy from the result, which is short term, is also out of our control, it's unpredictable. This is an unreliable place to place our self-worth, and probably many of us know this, but we don't know what else to go after. If we're not chasing results, where do I go next? And over the past few years, this has been an interesting discovery for me. What is the alternative? For me, that has been trying to focus more on the process rather than celebrating when a video does well or when I get results in my business. I'm now trying to ask myself, what is the most intelligent thing I can do next? What's the best next step? Maybe it's aligned with my values. Maybe it's something that's courageous. Maybe it's me being honest. But whatever it is, what is the best decision internally that I can take that aligns with my values, that I can also control? Because I think when we place our worth on external events, and another one I have is with client results. I've had it in the past where I go up and down, depending on whether my clients are doing well. And I was always so emotional in these times because I can't control the results. I can control the process, and that's much more where I'm trying to focus my energy. And I think if we spend our time focused on where we're building, where we have the consistency, where we're doing the right steps, where we're being honest with people, where we're being kind, if we chase these things, then if we go after those things that are truly meaningful, actions that we can control, that we feel are the right next step, the results will come. But if we attach the results, we become sensitive to the ups and downs of life. And of course, these things are going to impact us. But maybe when things go well, maybe it's like, that's good. That's nice. If someone leaves a comment that's negative, maybe you don't get the results. That's interesting. Let's look at what we can do next. And it's just being a bit more detached to the results. And this is very hard. Our society has taught us to be like this. So it's understanding your values, getting an idea of what is important, what kind of person you want to become. You can ask yourself, in 5 years, what kind of guy do I want to be? Understanding the values that matter to you, aligning your daily actions to those values. Are you doing the right things? And yeah, maybe you have some goals in the background, but they're just something to aim towards. They're not the be all and end all. Can you really control how other people react to you, for example? Can you control how much money you're going to make exactly? All these things have unpredictability. So just try and focus a bit more on the process. It's an ongoing journey for me, something I've been learning about. And yeah, it's been helpful so far, just bringing it back more centered to myself rather than allowing my identity to be dictated by external events. I hope that helped. See you on the next one. Goodbye.